During the last few sessions, we went over your genogram, talked about leaving your girls with your husband for a short amount of time, and planning on a talk with your mom. Can you tell me how those things went and if you were able to do any of those things?
Well, I was able to leave my girls with my husband for a little short periods of time. I went over to one of my friend's house and I spent maybe 15 minutes with them. And all I could do was think about the girls, and I was a nervous wreck. But it was weird because when I got home, everybody was exactly where I left them. Like my husband was still watching TV, the girls were still in their rooms, so I felt like I kind of worried about nothing.
Yeah, so that's really wonderful that you're able to leave them with your husband for a little bit. I'm sure that was difficult for you, but you were still able to do it.
Yeah, it was really hard, really hard.
Okay. So leaving your girls with someone has created a negative feeling?
Yeah. But, I mean, after I left them that one time, I kind of thought, well, maybe I could try again. So I left them for like 10 minutes, and I went to the convenience store, and again, I was nervous, but not as bad as before. And when I got back, they were, again, all where I kind of left them. So I felt like, well, maybe I'm kind of worrying for nothing.
All right, that's really great. I'm glad you were able to leave them for multiple times. I'm sure that took a lot of courage from you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so now I'd like to check on our progress a little bit. How do you feel now that you've left your girls with your husband for a few times?
Well, I feel better. I don't feel quite as nervous as I did. So.
Okay, so I want you to think about when you first came in to see me and your nervousness. Think about putting it on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being not so nervous and 10 being the most nervous that you can be. What would you have given yourself at that time when you first came in to see me?
I think I probably would have given myself a 9. I was really scared. Really scared.
Okay.
I didn't want what happened to me to happen to my girls. So.
Okay, so now that you were able to leave the girls with your husband a few times and you've been with me for a few sessions, what do you think you would give your nervousness on a scale now?
Maybe a 7. I do feel a little better now that I've left him a couple times. So that was really good. It was a really good plan.
Okay, really good. So do you think that you can maybe work on leaving them for longer periods of time now that you've left them for multiple times short amounts?
I can try. I guess I can give that a try. Yeah.
Okay, yes, as long as you feel comfortable. I mean, this is not something that you just have to do right away, but
Okay.
as long as you feel comfortable.
Okay, I'll take it slow, but yeah, I'll try for longer periods.
Okay. So last time we also practiced you speaking to your mother about your concerns, and you decided to make a plan to speak with her. So were you able to speak with your mother?
No, I haven't had a chance to get with her yet, but I'm going to be able to get with her this weekend, and I was thinking about maybe talking to her about it then. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, so you believe that that's a good plan for you?
I think so. After last week and when we went over everything and kind of practiced talking to her, I've thought about it a lot since then, and I think I could do it now. So.
Okay, so I want to try a little something. I want you to close your eyes and relax a little bit. Imagine that everything that you want has happened. All of your problems have gone, and everything that you spoke about with to me has gone. How would that feel?
Relief. I feel maybe more confident in myself, and maybe more willing to take a few more risks. And so I don't, maybe more trusting, maybe be able to connect with my paternal side of the family, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. So what if a miracle happened and you were able to trust the men in your family? Can you tell me what that might look like?
Well, I don't know about completely trusting them, but maybe if there was a female there, like maybe my sister-in-law, we get along okay, and maybe her, she promised that she wouldn't leave him alone with any men, then maybe then I could trust her.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about if your brother's wife was there. You guys get along pretty well. And,
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking that, I could trust her to, watch the girls, and, that would give me a little more time away from them to maybe, build up my strength, but not necessarily just leaving them with men alone. I'm not comfortable with that yet, but
okay.
maybe with her.
Okay, so you previously mentioned speaking with your father and having a better relationship with your paternal side of your family. Can you tell me more about what you were thinking?
Well, I'm just thinking that, my girls don't even know their grandfather. And then, with his new wife, that's a whole other grandma for him too, right? Mm-hmm. So I would love to be able to maybe start engaging with him to, kind of build a relationship, but at the same time I'm really scared because of the way that the men in our family have always been kind of harder to work with, and so and the whole thing with my cousin, so it still makes me very nervous engaging with that side.
So what would be different if your girls got to know their grandfather?
I just think that it would open up a whole another part of the family, right? I mean, they don't even know that side of the family, so I think it would be good for them to bond with and know that part, and be able to have a relationship, maybe even a better one than I was able to have with my father.
Okay. I noticed just a little hint of hesitance in your voice with that. So tell me about the feelings that you're having right now.
Just real nervous about, my dad, and, how they never believed me, and with what I went through with my cousin. Okay. And, how, they continued to have a relationship with my cousin. And so just, I don't know, just doesn't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? I mean, they just have their own way, and I kind of don't have a very close relationship with them. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to be scared just to even connect with them. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we'll see.
Okay, so think about what is the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself with your dad.
To take that risk, to try to start building that relationship. I think that it would help me, knowing that I'm not keeping my children from the paternal side of my family, and that they would have the opportunity to get to meet them. Maybe my dad's changed some from when I was a kid. He has more time now. He's retired, so maybe.
Okay, that sounds really good. It sounds like you've really made a great connection with that idea, and it is a very powerful act. So do you think that you might be able to step out and do that this next week?
I'm going to try, I think. Yeah. I want to, yeah.
Okay. So maybe don't use the word try and say, yes, I can.
Okay, you're right. I need to be more confident about it. So yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, so that was beautiful. You've come really far. I want to go over what we've talked about this last hour, and so you're going to work on leaving your girls with your husband for longer periods of time. You're going to engage with your mother and speak with her about your thoughts and how you've been feeling, and engage with your father a bit.
Yeah, and check in with my sister-in-law too. Maybe I'll be able to leave them with her too. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good.
Thanks.